I'm not
What
trying
you
to do this
doing?
with you.
Ma'am, don't. Ma'am, don't. No, ma'am, I ain't your punk. Don't. Don't tell me what you ain't trying to do. If you don't want me to answer it, go on.
I'm not about to
You ain't
go
gonna punk
on.
me. You ain't gonna punk me.
Nobody,
I don't like most of you. So you ain't gonna punk me, lady.
A question.
And you could have let me answer it. You could have shut up and let me answer it.
What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to another episode of Raw Reaction. I got a great episode for you today, but I need y'all to like, comment, subscribe. We got the boy TommySyotomayor up in here cooking once again, man. I know y'all love these episodes. I'm gonna need y'all to subscribe, get my likes up, get me going in this algorithm. We on the road to 10K. Let's go, baby.
Because it's not a problem for them to do it, because if society does not hold women to I will continue to say this, if society does not hold women to the same standard as they hold everyone else, they don't even hold them, I don't know if you listened to me earlier, they don't even hold them to the standard of children. Children, when they get out of line, you can put your hands on them because they out of line, but you're being told you can't even touch a grown woman, but you can touch a child. You give that kind of power to anybody, they're going to become abusive because they will abuse it.
Facts.
Women have become abusive because society allowed them to. They weren't able to be abusive before. Anytime you give somebody who's not used to having power, the only thing they learn, remember what I said, if you, like say women were abused before, they had the right to vote, when they couldn't go out of the house, or when black women were in slavery, all these things. If these women were abused, all they learned was abuse. Now you turn around and give them power, what are they going to do? Exact their revenge.
Yeah.
That's why you saw that girl try to get that man in trouble when he was trying to stop her from getting in trouble. We don't call the police on you because we literally, by the time a black man called the police on you, he damn near dead.
Yeah.
Y'all will call the police because you broke your fingernail slapping me.
And he's absolutely right. Women have been allowed to be abusers and fly under the radar for the most part. Like straight up. There's so many stories that I know of with guys that were being abused by their girls and they didn't say anything about it. They didn't call the police. They didn't. But the minute that he put his hands back on her, oh, now all of a sudden the police is getting involved and law enforcement and I got a case. But women have been given a pass for the most part. They've been given a pass for the most part. They put their hands on you. They tell you to just walk away from them, ignore them. You'll be the bigger man. She's weaker than you. Like this wasn't a thing 100 years ago. They were not, these women in mass were not able to widely just put their hands on their husband like that. Not without getting the shit smacked out of them. That's for sure. But the fact of the matter is that it goes unchecked, not just by the men, but by the law, by the court system. It just completely goes unchecked. And if a person is allowed to go unchecked for so long, they're gonna almost feel like they have the right to do it. Like there's certain situations where I see where the woman is abusing the man, and the women always say, "Well, I wonder what the hell he did. I wonder what he did to make her abuse him." Well, if it was vice versa, and the man said that about the woman, like, I wonder what the hell she did in order to get popped upside her head. Oh, you're just victim blaming. You're just this, you're this, that. It's crazy. It's actually crazy.
You broke your fingernail slapping me.
And Tommy, how many times we even see it in the movie theater and y'all copy that? How many times we see it on these real life TV shows with the women, with the sisters in the movies? Hold up, in the movies, because you mad and you hurt, you smack them, bow. And the brother just look and just have to walk away. Or sometimes they hold up and you got to walk away. So the sisters, y'all see it in the movie theater and y'all try that stuff on us. And then y'all watching these housewives and y'all try that stuff on us, man. I mean, come on, sisters, y'all quiet. Y'all been quiet.
Y'all know it's true. Y'all literally would say a man deserves abuse.
Go ahead, Dots. Because no.
Yeah, I'm trying to listen to everyone's point. But I think that a lot of those things that you guys are mentioning, like the examples, I can agree with y'all on. But these are laws, and this is a system that men built. Right? Let's be clear about that. Right?
Yeah.
But we're okay. But it's a system that men built.
No. But I see a lot of females saying that on these podcasts. Oh, it's a system that men built. Men did this. Men don't count. White men built this system, okay? That those are the ones that created all the laws and all this shit. Just because I am a man doesn't mean I had a hand in creating those laws. And it's not even that white men in particular. It's white men with money, with power that did this shit, man. Like let's be real here. Ladies, we cannot keep using this. Oh, men did it, so that means all of y'all. Like, no. If that's the case, then we're going to blame y'all for all the bullshit that some women do too. Straight up. Women that have the privilege and the power to do what they do, if they do fuck shit, we're going to blame y'all for what the hell they're doing. Does that make sense? That doesn't make any sense at all, man.
This is a system that men built, right? Let's be clear about that, right? But we're okay. But it's a system that men built. But I will say to the question that you asked initially, Napa, about whether or not men and women are more abusive or not. For me, I think that's hard to quantify because I feel like you are who you attract in the moment, right? So it's easy for me to point the finger at you, and there's 3 more pointing back at me, right? And oftentimes unhealed trauma manifests in a myriad of ways, and that's going to bring issues that aren't resolved in that person. So if I, like some of y'all was mentioning, growing up and seeing abuse in your household, and then you get older and you're like, all right, that's what I saw, that's what I'll emulate, right? It can go that way, or it can go the way of I'm not dealing with it. But in order for a person, man or woman, to identify those triggers, identify those red flags, right, that's in a person, you have to be able to see it. It's a me versus me thing. It's very easy for me to point the finger at you and say, it's you, but it's a me versus me, because you are who you attract, period. At whatever point you are in your life, However, these that men build, women didn't build it. These are laws that men enacted, not women.
I think when we talking about mental abuse,
saying that is such a cop out. That is such a cop out. That's the laws that men build. Men. If you want to be able to say that way, it takes accountability off the female for doing what the hell she's doing. It doesn't matter who made the laws. The law is the law, man. And none of us that's alive today made those laws. None of us that are alive today made those laws, especially the people that are younger and that have an issue who are going to actually have to deal with these laws. We didn't make these laws. They say the same thing about family court too. Men complain about family court, but men are the ones that created the laws for family court. How long men 50, 60 years ago, man? How long ago was that? For real, man. Like, we got to stop using that. It's such a ridiculous argument.
I think when we talking about mental abuse, I think I know we talking about relationships and you talk about when you get to adulthood, but what I'm talking about is when children are born, girls are taught they can do what they want. That's what I'm talking about. Mm-hmm. And this is an anecdotal response rather, that is worldly. I got a twin sister. She's 15 minutes older than me, but I act like the big brother. When we was growing up, I was taught by my mother, you don't hit girls. And you know who heard that? My sister heard that. You know who knew that? My sister knew that. So you know what my sister would do? My sister would hit me. My sister would hit me. She would do all kind of stuff, and I would not hit her back till one day my mother saw it. And when my mother sees her hit me, and she says, why you let Tawana hit you like that? Now, I'm older now, so my ad lib is a little different because I wanted to say, like, B, you told me not to do it, but I'm just joking, y'all. But I said, well, you taught me not to hit girls. And my mother said, the next time she hits you, hit her back. And now, armed up with this new information, I could not wait for Taronda to hit me. And sure enough, Taronda came and hit me. I hit Taronda back, and we never had that problem again. In this society, girls are taught, girls can hit boys, you can't hit that boy back. So by the time you become a teenager, by the time you become an adult, you're armed with this mentality on both sides of the spectrum. Yeah. It's dozens of examples. I used this when me and Tommy was doing a show before. Ray Rice ain't played football again for hitting that woman for spitting on him.
It's crazy.
But Jay-Z got ridiculed for doing what a man is supposed to do. Lil Bow Wow got ridiculed for doing what a man is supposed to do. Jay-Z on that elevator, this woman is acting like a complete animal. And nobody said anything about what Solange did, but made fun of Jay-Z because he's standing there like this. And why is he scared to death to touch her, to do anything, to defend himself? Because he knows if I even raise my voice at her, they're going to say, why did you do that, Jay-Z? You're the man. You're supposed to be bigger than that. But nobody has ever taught the woman to be bigger than that, to act mature, to act like an adult.
He's absolutely right. They're never taught to be the bigger person at all. They're taught to get your revenge, get your get back, whatever you got to do. Make that feel it. Make him feel it. Make him feel how you feel. Don't get mad when I pull a you on you. That's how they feel about it. It's never rising above to be the better person. It really is, especially when it comes to my black sisters. I'm sorry. But a lot of them are taught and coached to do that from an early age. They really are, man. They take the bar low. If somebody takes the bar low, you take the bar all the way to hell. That's what they love to say. Hey, they go low, I'm taking it to hell. For real. Why do you think Cardi B has a baby by somebody that's not Offset and she's still married to him? Come on, she took the bar to the incinerator, for real.
Ever taught the woman to be bigger than that, to act mature, to act like an adult. Any excuse that they want to use to act like a child and go off with their mouth and be in their feelings, they have a license for it.
Okay, I'm gonna say this. Now, just like,
wait, hold on. I would love to hear Nepal's take on it. Nepal ain't given us still yet.
Thank you, and I won't be long, Freedom. I'm gonna hand the mic over to you. Everybody is dropping some awesome jewels. I absolutely agree that most families, because I'm going to get anecdotal as well, most families are taught you don't hit girls, boys, which is actually because boys are stronger. So the intentions behind that are good, but guess what?
Okay, then that means something. That means keep your hands to yourself. That means stop talking greasy. That's what that means, man. But women don't have a fear of consequence because they haven't been held accountable for their actions, which is why they do the things that they do, and they act on impulse. Now, if there was a law, or even if there was just a consequence, if they knew that there was a consequence that you could possibly get your head knocked off, and you were going to actually do it, we're going to actually step behind those words, they would not do it, man. All that bullshit they use, oh, I'm emotional, I'm just a female, and all that shit would go away real quick.
You don't hit girls, boys, which is actually because boys are stronger. So the intentions behind that are good. But guess what? In my family, we knew boys don't hit girls because he will knock you out and you'll be in the big, you'll be messed up. What I'm saying is, I am afraid to hit men. I'll be honest. There is a respect thing. I know that a man can possibly kill me. Yeah. Women should be knowing this, because women are getting killed a lot by men, because women are putting their hands on men, and they are saying things that's men are snapping. So am I saying that it's right to unalive women? No, it isn't. However, keep your hands off of men, because men they can snap your neck in no time. Yeah. And these are harsh words, but these are harsh times.
Well, it's the same thing with women, though, Paul. Think about it. I can't sit up here and beat my woman, then go and eat dinner. If she's smart, my grandma used to talk about that. You beat my ass and see what your dinner tastes like.
That's a fact.
I can't physically beat you, but I can put you to sleep.
That's a fact.
There's a lot of men that's resting right now, and they never woke up because they thought it was okay to keep putting their hands on someone.
Yeah, I'm listening to Paul.
You're right.
That goes back to what Dots was saying about attracting. The violence can go to the point where somebody eventually ends up unalive. And yes, that woman, especially the black woman, I said this before, you're not just going to beat her and then she'll say something like, this is something I tell women to stop saying. When a man says, I'm going to unalive you, it's usually the black woman should say, you ain't going to do nothing.
Yes.
And that's a bad thing to say to somebody.
Every single man, not even just black men, that's universal. I don't care if you Mexican, probably in other languages, different cultures. Every woman has all said that you ain't gonna do nothing, aka you ain't gonna do shit. That's what they love to say. Until you do something, then it's you crazy. You want to keep on testing and poking the man, test this man. Well, we used to call it back where I'm from and shit, Chicago, testing my gangster. And when a dude would do that to you, steady telling you ain't gonna do nothing, you ain't about nothing, you ain't on that. Woo. You gonna have to get up and show him. Okay, bet I am gonna do something, though, and I am about that. Straight up, man. They love to do that. Man.
Nothing.
Yes.
And that's a bad thing to say to somebody. You have to be able to think this man is serious and he's stronger than me. So I wanted to just add that in.
They don't respect it.
Yeah, you should keep your hands off of men. Men shouldn't hit women because men can hurt you, really, really hurt you. So women, don't hit men. You know what I'm saying? I said a lot. That's my take on it. So I'll be quiet and pass the mic over to
you. Yeah, but it's dangerous when women get mad. I'm going to pass it to you, Freedom. It's dangerous. What Tommy just said, it brought me back to the old school music. Remember that? It's 12 o'clock in the morning. I'm just getting in at the state of shock. From being dead. I mean, that's crazy right there. When you
Al Green had a chest full of grits.
That's right.
Chest full of them.
In the shower. He was in the shower.
I was gonna talk about the hot grease and all the hot whatever that gets thrown on, and they wait till you go to sleep. That's the old days.
Yeah.
But, anyway,
hey, Nepal, right after Freedom, can you get some clips? You said you got some clips that you might want to show.
I don't have any clips anymore.
Okay, Freedom, you got the floor.
Okay, I want to say this. All right, statistically, men are more abusive. Okay, that's number one. Men are more abusive because they're always trying to control somebody.
Oh, I can already tell she about to trigger me. She already got me mad already. Them statistics, and let's be real here. Those statistics that she refers to, abuse can be a form of many things. Verbal abuse, physical abuse, psychological abuse. It could be physical abuse can range from something as, oh, you snatched the remote out of my hand, or you stood up in my face too fast. It's such a small, like, it could be some of the smallest things that balloon the statistic to make it seem like it's much bigger than what it actually is. And this is not to say that people don't experience, abuse and all that stuff. And men are, if you took away all those little things, men probably would still lead in abuse and all that shit. But let's be real here. A lot of those abuse statistics are also skewed because women don't get the police called on them. They don't. Women are allowed to put their hands on you left and right, and men won't do nothing. If the police come, the men will usually say, nah, I don't want her to go to jail, and I don't want this, and I don't want that. And they'll usually they'll be cool with it. You know what I mean? But a woman will more than likely, yeah, I want him to go to jail. I feel threatened. I this and I that. And other women will side with her. They really will. And as far as this whole control thing that women love to speak about, men just want to control us, men just want to control us. That is such BS, man. That is such BS. It is women that want to control men. That's what it really is. Men don't really care about controlling women like that. You always want to control women. What women call control is a man looking out for their own best interests, which is it's just stupid. It's idiotic. It doesn't even make sense at all, man. But I can already tell that this girl's going to trigger us all. Let's sit back and watch what she has to say, though.
Hello?
Okay, I want to say this. All right, statistically, men are more abusive. Okay, that's number one. Men are more abusive because they're always trying to control somebody. Second of all these little examples that you done gave, you really don't know what's behind the scene. You just caught Solange in the elevator fighting him because of what? A reaction from a action. And we don't know. They probably do that all the time. He might have did something to her sister and she jumped in it and she just, the aggressor, because you see Beyonce, she was standing back like, okay, because they do this all the time. Chris, Taurus, Rihanna and him, you caught where he was hitting her. They probably was fighting all the time. We don't know these examples. But me growing up, my brother was the one that was like, my father was telling him, you a man, a woman is beneath you, like in a sense, not saying in a disrespectful way, but like, you the king, you the one, you don't ever let a girl be over top of you. You don't ever let a girl do this or do that. You know what I'm saying? So the same way you're saying something about a woman and you're being taught not to hit a woman, in the same breath, we're hearing parents say that the boy is over top. I got mad all the time. My brother always got away with stuff. He got the first car. He got the first this. He got the first that. So it makes him, in other words, be like he's over top of the woman. So the same way you're giving examples about how a woman gets away with stuff, we can get examples on how the man gets away with stuff and how he's the abuser because he's trying to have control. Every time I've known about a woman doing something from a man to a man, it's a reaction from his action. Oh, wow. You said something about the girl.
So it's never been a woman's fault. It's always, that's what she's basically saying. That every time she's seen a woman do something to a man, it's because it's been the man's fault. That's what she just said. I swear, you cannot make this stuff up, guys. You can't make it up. And what it is basically she's making it an excuse for women to do stupid shit, to put their hands on men, to act, crazy, to be immature. Like, that's what she's doing. She's saying like, oh, because men made them do it, they have the right. They can just do it. Never mind them being adults. Never mind them knowing better. If somebody triggered them, they got the right to do it. We don't know what happened before that. We know what we saw. And that's the problem with a lot of the times when I go to these posts and I watch these other videos and stuff, a lot of women, when it's a woman that's doing some fucked up shit, they will always try to find out, well, why does she react this way? But when it's a man doing that, they never want to know why he reacted that way. Oh, he's just an abuser. He's not giving any leeway. He's not giving any kind of slack or anything like that. We want to know what he did. With what he did to make her act like that. And if he acts like that to her, if he abuses her, he's just an abuser. That's crazy, man. That's actually crazy.
He's trying to have control. Every time I've known about a woman doing something from a man to a man, it's a reaction from his action. You said something about the girl cheated on her man, and the lady said, you need to watch. She's bringing men to the house when you're not there, or whatever the situation. And then when he came home, he said, you got to go. She probably was saying to him that we don't know. What about how many times I done let you get away with cheating on me? You done got away with it. So now that I'm cheating, you want to put me out. I ain't going nowhere.
What?
I'm just saying we don't know that. I mean, every time I've come across a woman doing something to a man, it is a reaction from a action.
She wild.
But it still doesn't make it right. You know what I'm saying?
She wild.
Crazy.
No, wait a minute. I'm not saying that it makes it right. I'm just saying that, we shouldn't be doing nothing disrespectful to each other, period. I'm not going to say I don't agree with a lot of things that Tommy and Captain Cesariak is saying, and on what Sonetta is saying. We are not strong as you are. We are not as strong as you are. So we shouldn't be hitting you. But sometimes you can take us to a point where at that point, we don't care.
Oh, okay.
I'm just being very honest.
All that sounds like it's just justification. That's all that is. It's justification. You can take us to a point where we don't care. Well, what if I say you can take us to a point where we don't care neither? And we just start wailing on one of y'all. Is that going to go over? Is that going to be just, we don't care? You took us to the point, well, she should have never did that to him. Will you say that? Y'all going to be the first ones up in arms if a man ever said that, man. Let's be for real here, man. Stop it, man. The fact of the matter is that you're an adult. Control yourself. We got to control ourselves. because we have a greater responsibility. We could do a far more damage than you guys. But that doesn't mean that you guys can do zero damage. You guys still do damage. Control yourself. Control yourself, man.
I'm just being very honest. At that point, we don't care. It's getting ready to happen. And you can best believe y'all might be stronger than us. But that's when the grits and the knives and all that come into place, because we know you're stronger than us. I'm being straight up, since I wanted to go there, that's
you
where
still get fucked up.
We know you're stronger than us. That's why you get the grits and the oatmeal, and we can't wait till you go to sleep, and all that kind of stuff comes into play. You know, it's an action.
Wow, do you know what you just did?
Yeah, you're making our point. Yeah, you're making our point.
Well, whether I'm making a point or not, I'm being very, very honest. Most of the time, a woman
appreciate it.
It is a reaction from an action. But most
It's
of the
not
time,
about being honest. Isn't it about understanding the honesty that you're given?
Wait a minute, Tommy. Most of the time, she's even cussing you out and saying because you done did something.
Again, you make women have to be constant victims.
But wait a minute.
We're gonna bring it out, Tommy.
You're making women to be constant victims. Look what
none of y'all when y'all was talking, just like.
Well, you're not finishing either. You're just repeating yourself.
That's a fact.
Wait a minute. Are you Tommy?
No, I'm saying you're repeating yourself. You can ask the audience.
There, and that's what you was doing, but nobody said that you was doing that. But when you listen back to it, you're gonna hear yourself repeating too. Okay.
No,
so here's the thing.
No.
Here's the thing. I'm gonna let you have it. Because I don't even want to go there.
I don't.
You know, because you
I can't
interrupt.
stand when people do that bullshit. Well, hey, she didn't have anything to say. She had nothing left to say, but she just wanted to be like, oh well, since she want to interrupt me, I just go ahead. That's just such bullshit. That's a cop out, because you know you didn't have shit to say. You know he was right because you kept repeating yourself over and over again, and you weren't making any real points, man. Straight up.
I'm gonna let you have it. Because I don't even want to go there. I don't.
Right.
I don't. Because you interrupted me, you made me forget what I was about to say.
Right.
I just like you to, again, learning. I just would like you to look at some of the things that are being said to what you're saying, and from men and women. Just I could be saying something that's very true. I could be saying, man, I just lay up in the bed with this man and tell everything me and this man do, and everybody starts shaking their head. Well, that's gay. Oh, hey, I'm just being honest. You are, but it's still gay. What you're saying is abusive. No matter how honest you are, it's abusive and dismissive. They gave anecdotal situations. You turned around and took those anecdotal situations and added things that weren't in there. You literally said, well,
true. Is it true? You don't know what happened when
hold on, but we do know what. Okay, ma'am.
So you're not going to minute the situation. I don't want to minute what you did just because you seen a reaction from an action.
But wait a minute. But if you're a cop, if you're a cop and they pull up on a situation and they see somebody beating you up, do you want them to separate, or do you want them to sit in their mind and think, I don't know what caused that person to do that?
You want
and just let it keep going?
What you want another page? What you talking about?
Dog. Come on, man.
Come on, man.
So I'm saying, like, you cannot just add in what we don't know. We only can go by what we absolutely know right then. What we know for a fact. Let's deal with the facts before we start adding things to it. And each of those things, when you were talking about the facts, the woman was the abuser when we saw it. You added situations to lessen her abuse. You said, we don't know if. Yeah, you don't know, but you do know this woman was doing this. That's why Doc said it doesn't matter. It's wrong.
And that's exactly what she's trying to do. She's trying to take the weight off the woman just to be able to say, we don't know. He could have been doing this and he could have been doing that. Well, we don't know that. We have to go off of what we know. And what we know is that Solange was putting her hands on Jay-Z. That's what we know. You know what I'm saying? We don't, all the other stuff that you talking about, oh, she could have been doing this or he could have been doing this and this reaction, that doesn't take away the fact that she's abusing him. Doesn't matter why she's doing it. She's abusive. She's being abusive. Like, I don't get what you do. Like, she wants so bad for women to have a past to be able to do what the hell they want to do and to be able to say, well, it's because of what he did. That's why I did it. That's what she wants to do. That's exactly what she wants to do. And Tommy's destroying her argument. And now she's getting mad.
Said it doesn't matter. It's wrong.
That's all you saw. But you're not saying, Tommy.
Why do we need to see these other things? Why are you telling us?
Because we do. Because we want to know how it got to where it's at.
Okay.
So then wouldn't that person who did it, again, always have an excuse then, which goes back to what I said at the beginning. But I'm saying at the beginning, what did I say women do? Every time they get caught, they make the excuse and say someone made them do it. Then you're not an adult if someone can keep making you do something.
You're an adult. You just had a reaction from an action.
Okay.
You're an adult. You was an adult when you did whatever you did. But I agree. When the Paul said, should you just walk away? I'm a person that feels as though that you should just walk away. You should just leave.
No, you're not.
I think women need to be retaught or have to be retaught, because if you think about it.
Too.
No, not on this subject, because men are raised to be more disciplined. They're raised that way. Women are raised that they don't. That's why I use my sister as an anecdotal experience that's reflective to the real world. Women are raised that they can say and do whatever they want to a man. Men are raised to be more disciplined. So it's impossible to believe that a woman is less violent. She has to be more violent because she was raised that way. And another stat that, like when you bring up statistics, I would never do that because a man can't even bring up his abuse.
Right.
If a man brings up he's abused by a woman, he's a punk. He's a sissy. He's a homo. He's everything under the sun to where men accept the abuse. Because if they go to a brother, they believe if they come to me, now this ain't real, but this is what people believe. If they believe if they come to me, because I'm a counselor, and say, hey, my wife is doing this to me, or this lady is doing this to me, they believe I'm going to ridicule them. I'm going to expose them. I'm going to laugh at them. I'm going to talk about them because you're supposed to be tough enough to do what? Take it. Oh, that's just a girl. That's just this. So women have to be re-educated when it comes to discipline. Even as Sister Freedom keeps saying, she's not faulting, she's not taking away the blame, but this is the reason. A man can't use that reason. So if a man can't use that reason, then a woman can't use that reason either. And
that's exactly what she's trying to do. She's trying to give one side the benefit of the doubt. We listen to her reason, listen to why she did it, listen to what actually transpired, what got her to this spot. But there is no level of understanding for when the man does it. If I pop you upside your head, are you gonna go back and say, well, how did we get here? They're not gonna say that. They're gonna take you to jail. They're gonna be listening to no reasons or no reasoning for why you did it. They're gonna take you straight to jail, man. Like, I don't understand like what makes her think that because you're a woman, you deserve the benefit of the doubt. Because every girl that you've known, it's always been the man's fault. It's always been a reaction. Like, that is such bullshit, man. It really is. And the fact that she's trying to skate with this, it just goes to show like that women are like they're oblivious, willfully, like they just think it's just, oh, whatever. Wait, she deserves the benefit, whatever. It's just whatever. I don't care. Like, she's a woman. He had to have done something to her. It's just whatever. That's so stupid. That is really so stupid, man. I'm gonna end it here, guys. I know this is kind of a long one, man. I'm gonna leave the link to this down in the description. Like, comment, subscribe. I need to know what y'all think about this. Let's go, baby.